A reading from the Book of Mormon. Not every Book of Mormon has this book. It's in the Pearl of Great Price. It's the Book of Abraham. Abraham 1. In the land of the Chaldeans, at the residence of my fathers, I, Abraham, saw that it was needful for me to obtain another place of residence. And finding there was greatest happiness and peace and rest for me, I sought for the blessings of the fathers and the right whereunto I should be ordained to administer the same, having been myself a follower of righteousness, desiring also to be one who possessed great knowledge, and to be a greater follower of righteousness, and to possess a greater knowledge, and to be father of many nations, prince of peace, and desiring to receive instructions, and to keep the commandments of God, I became a rightful heir and high priest, holding the right belonging to the fathers. It was conferred upon me from the fathers. It came down from the fathers from the beginning of time. Yeah, even from the beginning before the foundation of the earth, down to the present time. Even the right of the firstborn, or the first man, who is Adam, or the first father, through the fathers unto me. I sought for mine appointment unto the priesthood according to the appointment of God unto the fathers concerning the seed. My fathers, having turned from their righteousness and from the holy commandments which the Lord their God had given unto them, unto worshipping the gods of the heathen, they utterly refused to hearken to my voice, for their hearts were set to do evil. They were wholly turned to the god of Elkanah, and the god of Libnah, and the god of Mabmac, and the god of Korash, and the god of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Therefore they turned their hearts to the sacrifice of the heathen, in offering up their children to the dumb idols, and hearkened not unto my voice, but endeavored to take away my life by the hand of the priest Elkanah. The priest of Elkanah was also the priest of Pharaoh. Now at this time it was the custom of the priest of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, to offer up on the altar which was built in the land of Chaldea, for the offering unto these strange gods, men, women, and children. And it came to pass that the priest made an offering unto the god of Pharaoh, and also to the god of Shagre, even after the manner of the Egyptians. Now the god of Shagre was the sun, S-U-N. Even the thank offering of a child did the priest of Pharaoh offer upon the altar which stood by the hill called Potiphar's hill, in the head of the plain of Olisham. Now this priest has offered up on this altar 3 virgins at one time, who were the daughters of Otnah, one of the royal descendants directly from the loins of Ham. These virgins were offered up because of their virtue. They would not bow down to worship the gods of wood or stone, therefore there was killed upon this altar, and it was done after the manner of the Egyptians. And it came to pass that the priests laid violence upon me, that they might slay me also. And they did, as they did the virgins upon the altar. And that you may have knowledge of this altar, I will refer you to the representation at the commencement of this record. It was made after the form of the bedstead, such as was had among the Chaldeans, and it stood before the gods of Elkanah, Libnah, Maha, Macra, Korash, and also a god like unto that of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that you may have an understanding of these gods. I have given you the fashion of them in the figures at the beginning, which manner of figures is called by the Chaldeans Ralinos, which signifies hieroglyphics. And as they lifted up their hands upon me, that they might offer me up and take away my life, behold, I lifted up my voice to the Lord my God, and the Lord hearkened and heard, and he filled me with the visions of the Almighty, and the angel of his presence stood by me, and immediately unloosed my bands. And this voice was unto me, Abraham, Abraham, behold, my name is Jehovah. I have heard thee. I have come down to deliver thee, and to take thee away from thy father's house, and from all thy kinsfolk, into a strange land, which thou knowest not of. And this because they have turned their hearts away from me, to worship the god of Elkanah, and the god of Libnah, and the god of Machmar, and the god of Korash, and the god of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Therefore I have come down to visit them, and to destroy him who has lifted up his hand against thee, Abraham my son, to take away thy life. Behold, I will lead thee by my hand. I will take thee to put upon thee my name, even the priesthood of my father, and my power shall be over thee. As it was with Noah, so shall it be with thee. But though thy ministry, my name shall be known in earth forever, for I am thy God. Behold, Povatar's hill, which is in the land of Ur of Chaldea, and the Lord broke down the altar of Elkanah and the gods of the land, and utterly destroyed them, smote the priest that he died, and there was great mourning in Chaldea, and also in the court of Pharaoh, which Pharaoh signifies king by royal blood. Now this king of Egypt was a descendant from the loins of Ham, and was a partaker of the blood of the Canaanites by birth. From this descent sprang all the Egyptians, and thus the blood of the Canaanites was preserved in the land. The land of Egypt being first discovered by a woman, who was the daughter of Ham, and the daughter of Egyptus, in which the Chaldean signifies Egypt, which signifies that which is forbidden. When this woman discovered the land, it was under water, who afterwards settled her sons in it, and thus from Ham sprang that race which preserved the curse in the land. Now the first government of Egypt was established by Pharaoh, the eldest son of Egyptus, the daughter of Ham, and it was after the manner of the government of Ham, which was the patriarchs. Pharaoh, being a righteous man, established his kingdom and judged his people wisely and justly in all his days, seeking earnestly to intimidate that order established by the fathers in the first generations, in the days of the first patriarchal reign, even in the reign of Adam, and also Noah his father, who blessed him with blessings of the earth and with blessings of wisdom, but cursed him as to pertaining to the priesthood. Now Pharaoh, being of that lineage, by which he could not have the right of the priesthood, notwithstanding the Pharaohs would fain claim it from Noah through Ham. Therefore my father was led away by their idolatry. But I shall endeavor hereafter to delineate the chronology running back from myself to the beginning of the creation, for the records have come into my hands, which I hold until this present time. Now, the priest of Elkanah, which was smitten, that he died, there came fulfillment of those things which were said unto me concerning the land of the Chaldea, that there should be a famine in the land. Accordingly, a famine prevailed throughout the land of Chaldea. And my father was sorely tormented because of the famine, and he had repented of the evil which he had determined against me to take away my life. But the records of the fathers, even the patriarchs, concerning the right of the priesthood, the Lord my God preserved in my own hands. Therefore, a knowledge of the beginning of the creation, and also of the planets and the stars, as they were made known unto thy fathers, have I kept even unto this day, and I shall endeavor to write some of these things upon the record, for the benefit of the posterity that shall come after me.